Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Welcome to hour number 2 of the line, Talk 99.5, Talk995.com. Talk 99.5 app. Oh, crap. Where everything is that you need. What the? My YouTube phone. Trying to
Roll.
get it situated here. Let's see. Okay. Are we live yet on YouTube?
Yeah, we've been live.
We had problems. Was it last Friday? I didn't have you. It was last Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had an issue last Friday where one of the hours just wouldn't work. And of course, I was told by Crank it's working, and I'm sitting here looking at it, and it's not.
Yeah,
working.
it was missing.
This one says it's waiting for it to start. So we may have the same problem this week as we had last week, because it was like the 11 or I think it was the 12 o'clock hour last week.
Okay, well, let me look and see.
Because I don't want to leave our YouTube people hanging like we did last week.
No, it's working.
Let's see. Let me try again. Oh, there it goes. Okay, my bad. That was me. That was my bad. Sorry. Anyway, happy Juneteenth, everybody. Happy Pride Month, and we still have Angry Carrie on the line. Angry Carrie, being the proud Democrat that you are, what have you done so far in the month of June to celebrate Pride Month?
Only thing I can do is stay black.
You don't do any Pride related activities?
Nah, man, just trying to make it, man. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to make it, man, I just feel like I'm the jilted friend now,
Are you an ally of the LGBTQIA plus community?
I'm talking about, like, do I support them?
Yeah, like, would you go to a Pride parade to show your support?
Oh, no. I'm telling like, hey, listen, look, whatever you do, you do. If that's your thing, you know what I'm saying? But, Angry Carrie don't put no peanut butter on the chocolate.
But here's the thing. As a Democrat, see, those of us that are conservative, we feel the same way you do. We're like, just do what you want to do, live your own life. But as a Democrat, you actually have to actively go out and support them. You have to go to the Pride parades. You have to contact your local LGBTQIA plus group and let them know that you are there to support them.
Nah, I'm talking like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever they want to do, they want to run through the street butt naked and be singing "It's Raining Men." Hey, look, that's them. I'm talking like, I be seeing them up there on Highland Park. You know what I'm saying, on the South Side. I don't roll down my window. I just keep going.
Mm.
Yeah, but do you know about Highland Park? You don't know about Highland Park, do you?
Howard Park?
Highland Park, Highland Avenue.
Yeah, I know where Highland Park is.
Yeah, it's famous. That's where,
that's where the fairies frolic.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying, and stuff. And so, I'm telling hey, look, let them. Now, one thing I have noticed, they Pride Day parade, it ain't got huge. I'm telling you, the whole South Side be blocked off now, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it used to just be up there. It would start by up there by Chick-fil-A, and then I think it used to stop like right there at the Doodah Day thing. But now it's all over the South Side.
The Doodah Day thing. What do they call it during the Pride Parade though?
What? Talking about the parade they do?
Yeah.
It's okay. Well, the Doodah Day is for the dogs. and it's the same route. I think they use the same route. Walking up down Highland Park.
Goes from Doodah Day to Doo-Doo Day, right?
Yeah, something like that. But hey, to each his own. Whatever you want to do. Because I remember when I stayed on the South Side across the street from Highland Golf Course. It was a guy stayed above me. Used to dress in full drag.
Mm-hmm.
He used to dress in full drag, and I believe he was a teacher or something. But Hey, it was
No,
like,
they
man,
always
look
want to
at
go
that.
after the kids. I don't know what it is about them, but they always want to
Hey,
go
hey,
after the
man,
kids.
I was like this right here, man. Hey, look, you up there in your Liza Minnelli dress, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, you do your thing. But hold on, but I want to say this before I go. I remember at a time, Andrew, when you and Joseph was on the phone, and I would call, you would skip people to get me on the call. Now, it was only one time that you didn't answer my call. That when Doug Jones had won that race, you were doing a special broadcast that night. And I called, and you wouldn't take my call.
I have never deliberately ignored your call because I didn't want to talk to you. I don't know what you're talking about with the Doug Jones deal, but I have not. There are people that I deliberately ignore their call, but you're not on that list.
I was like, damn, what happened? I was like, I get drunk one time, and now I come to the lunchroom table and everybody get quiet.
Angry Carrie, I love you, buddy.
I mean, if we're gonna be if we are gonna be intellectually honest here, when you got drunk, there was only one person you made uncomfortable, and it was John Bird.
Who?
It was Bird.
I mean,
I was
John, did I make
tired.
you uncomfortable, man?
No, I was tired.
He got up and left the studio.
I was tired. I laid down.
It was
Hey,
it was
man,
about
I
it was
thought-
it was about the same
I
time
thought
you started.
babbling.
It was about the same time that you started talking about bushes. He got up and left.
Oh God.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I
Hey, man.
prefer.
Listen, I was on fumes at that time. Now, man, I was like, hey, listen, everything was wobbly. So
Well, you drank all
yeah.
of Tony's Gump's Blackberry Crown in one sitting. And,
I bought another bottle,
and
man.
all we
I bought
got in return was a empty bottle of Taylor Port.
It's the thought that counts.
I buy another bottle. Listen, and once again, I apologize. I'm sorry. From now on, I drink ginger ale. Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. All right. Well, y'all have a happy Friday and happy Father's Day to everybody and everything, and to all. Good day.
Good day.
Angry. Yeah, buddy.
Good day, fine sir. Yeah, I think I completely railroaded him on whatever he was going to talk about with the Pride Day stuff or the Pride Month stuff. I got him off track. But, I mean, again, it's when it comes to bringing that particular podcast episode up, it is part of Over the Line history.
It's like Jim Butters.
It's like the Jim Butters episode. It's some things just happen that are so completely out of pocket during the broadcast that we have to, revisit it occasionally. Do we remember what the name of that episode was called? It was very awkward. It was not a good episode. I just wonder, I'm looking it up real quick to see if I can find it. Let's say Angry Carrie Over the Line. God, the first one, we did 2 with him, right?
Yes.
The first one, you should see how young you look in the cover photo. I mean, wow.
What is that supposed to mean?
I'm just saying it was only 2 years ago. And hold on, look at your text messages. If you click it, you're not going to be able to see it. You're just going to have to look at it from the pictures that I sent you.
I don't look that young. Oh yeah, I do. It's the distance because I'm far away from the camera. That's what it is. Yeah, I look younger than that now. No, I look like a paid assassin now. I like that.
Yeah, so it's The Adventures of Angry Carrie is the episode, and you can tell he's drunk towards the end because he's talking with his eyes closed the whole time.
Yeah.
Looking at the comments.
Angry's a character, man.
Let's see. I thought the comments were pretty brutal, but it doesn't look like they were that bad. I'm assuming this is the episode because I'm not seeing you at all. Let's see. Yeah. So what happened was you ended up just dipping out and going to the studio bedroom and laying down.
Yeah.
And we didn't know if you left or what. We were like, where did John Bird go?
Yeah, it just got a little much for me.
It was overloaded. That was wild. E's on the line. E, what's up, buddy?
What's up? What's up? Happy Friday, people.
Hey now.
Hey now. Hey, so I have never had the pleasure of meeting Angry Terry, which I would love. And one of the funniest things y'all guys used to do back in the good old days, when he had that book, what was it? What was that book called?
True Love and Madden.
Yes. And when John Bird used to read that in the Shakespeare voice.
Yeah.
Angry Terry, come on, dude, write another book.
Yeah. Well, we've discussed, so we named that Angry Shakespeare, and we've discussed bringing it back and just going back to the original book because I still have a copy. And I've got a signed copy. And instead of him signing Angry Carrie, he signed Carrie Angry. Which is like Hulk
awesome.
smash, Carrie Angry. But anyway, so yeah, we've discussed it, and hopefully
and
we do
ever,
it.
Wasn't there somebody in jail that y'all were supposed to get in contact with?
Yeah, it was his ex-wife, or was his ex-wife?
Oh yeah, that all the passwords to
girlfriend.
Amazon or something, right?
Yeah, we were trying to figure out how many copies he sold because we started pushing the book, promoting the book, and we wanted to know how much influence we've got. The book's only like $5 or $10. Let's see. Let's all look it up together. Everybody's listening. Look up True Love and Madden, Madden, Amazon. Was it Amazon? Is that right? All right. And I'm looking it up, and yep, there it is. Click it. True Love and Madden. And it's $12.50.
Oh man, it gone up.
And it says it can be delivered to my door by Monday if I order it. They probably got to print it.
Oh, man, listen to what AI says. The title you're looking for is likely True Love and Madden, a romance novel by Carrie Harris. It blends romance with a story about John Madden football, centering on a couple who bond after the main character helps recover money lost by gambling on the game.
Wow.
It's so much more than that.
AI had to literally read Angry Carrie's book to know that
Oh, that would
information.
be hilarious.
That
would be hilarious.
Actually,
Well, yeah,
it looks like you can buy it on Kindle. If you are Kindle, it's free. It's free on Kindle, so you don't have to
man.
pay for it. But I would suggest buying the paperback. And yes, it was like his ex-wife or his ex-girlfriend who has the login information to find out if one, they have any money that they've made off the book, and two, to find out how many books have been sold. And we never found out any of that information. He's probably got money sitting there that he doesn't even know about.
Yeah, and if it's gone up to that amount, then probably he's been selling quite a few.
And I think she's out of jail because he said we could possibly get her on the phone one day. But I don't know.
either way, man, that was a beautiful segment. I literally, when I was driving full-time Uber and Lyft, I had to pull over because I knew my eyes were going to be like in tears, crying from that. That was awesome. Good job, JB.
Thank you, brother.
Love you, brother.
All
All right, talk to y'all next time.
See you, E.
Love
Yeah.
thee.
That was a good segment. We got to get back to it.
Yeah. We talked about bringing it back, but when you take pictures of it, it's kind of blurry and it's hard to read.
Well, I was just going to bring you the whole book, and you can, I can just order another book, and then you can just highlight through it and all that kind of stuff and just use it as a, whatever.
That would be good. That would be good.
You want me
We
to
could
just
bring it
order a
back.
new one?
Yeah, order a new one. And I've got my
I may get you to order it because it'll come in next day. Mine will take a freaking week to get to my
yeah,
house.
that's true. And I've got my buzzer, my push buzzer, so I don't have to worry about over there. I can just keep it right here and go,
Yeah.
rather than having to worry about, okay, I'm reading and now I have to hit this.
Yeah, because there's a lot of N words and other bad words in there. So.
Yeah, but my favorite character,
But you could-
Black Ass Skillet, man.
You could ask Angry Carrie if you can get an N-word pass just for that segment, and that way you can give the full translation of the book.
No, I'm not gonna do that. And it's more funny when you beep it anyway.
Okay, just a suggestion. I mean, if anybody's going to give you one, it would probably be Angry Carrie.
Oh yeah, man, he's my boy.
He would say, "Yeah, you can do it, but you can only do it for this one segment." And as long as you got him in your corner, you won't get canceled. That's the good news.
That's right.
Speaking of getting canceled, I got to take this break, but I was watching Valerie Jarrett at the grand opening of the Obama Presidential Center yesterday, and they claim Valerie Jarrett's black. I don't think she's black. Remember, Roseanne said that Valerie, she was on Ambien or whatever when she tweeted this, but she said that Valerie Jarrett looked like a mixture of the Muslim Brotherhood and Planet of the Apes.
Oh God.
And so,
oh God.
and everybody accused her of being racist and, comparing Valerie Jarrett, who's black, to Planet of the Apes. And that's not what she was doing because she had no idea, nor would anybody else that looked at her knew she was black because she doesn't look black at all. Like she don't have any features that make you think that she is black. And I guess I don't even know what her history, like parental makeup is. But anyway, Roseanne got unfairly canceled because of that. We had a whole series. We had the new Roseanne show coming up, the Connors and all that, and it just got railroaded because of that one tweet, because people it was because of that period of time. I think if it were to happen now, she may be able to get away with it.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I don't know. Anyway, 205-545-9950, quick break. More of the line coming up.
This goes out to Gary and Bridget, the ultimate love, on Talk 99.5. Gary says, Bridget, you're awful purty in my eyes.
Did he really say that?
No, but I added that in. That one would help him out tonight, if you know what I mean.
If you know what I mean. Yeah, we really do hope for you guys out there. We hope this episode helps get you some action tonight. You know, we really do.
Andrew.
Which is why I tell you about Alabama Men's Clinic. That's right. I talked to Jeremy at the men's clinic yesterday, and starting next week, I start my treatments. We have gotten it all done. Well, I got to sign a couple things, but I'll do that when I go pick up my medication. But he explained it all to me, and he said, you know, he even gave me options. He's like, we can start this way and then go to this, and you know, you basically, everybody's different, so it's going to be a matter of you might want to try a certain thing first, give it a few weeks, see if you notice the results, if you like the results. If the results are not enough, they can adjust the doses or they can switch to something else. And it's all up front. It's very transparent, and they're honest with you. And the thing I love is the fact that the guys that are giving you guidance on what the treatments are using it themselves. Like, all of those guys use it as well, so they know what you're getting into. They're not just throwing stuff at you that they read about in a book or something like that. So I'm going to keep y'all up to date on my journey as far as what TRT is going to do for me in the sense of getting my testosterone up. The goal I'm looking for, and some of the benefits that I'm looking for are just overall feeling better and having more energy. But also, there's other things that come along with it that include possible weight loss, building muscle. And I thought about it, and I'm like, dude, if I'm getting my testosterone levels to where I want them to be, and I'm coupling that with Mandu, come on, cuz. I may be jacked before y'all know it, man. I might be a monster. So I'm excited. Alabama Men's Clinic, get your consultation. I'm telling you, 205-598-7000, or book an appointment. Very easy. AlabamaMen'sClinic.com. Man, I'm reading through a post right now.
Uh,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Sharon and Danny, their love is like a burning ring of fire. Here on Talk 99.5.
Dang. That's that was a good that's actually a good song for a couple.
Yeah.
It kind of goes back to my our song, which is like, not a traditional slow love song.
Yeah, but it's cool. It's got a vibe to it.
It's unique.
It is.
Unique.
It's unique.
I want to give a shout out to Elijah Horton, which is Angry Carrie's 16-year-old who's working his first job at Publix.
Nice.
So,
they pay well.
Yeah, good for him. So shout out, Elijah. Get after it, man. I got obviously a 16-year-old as well who's just recently joined the workforce, and he's, he's got a job, and he's trying to get other jobs. He's trying to get a second job. He's starting to get paid and realizing that, you put in all this hard work, and then after taxes, you didn't really feel like a lot of money that you're getting, and so he's like, I got to get some more work. I got to find a place that pays better, blah, 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 blah. And it's just, I said, listen, Coles, welcome to the real world. Here we go. Anyway, the thing I was talking about just now is about, and I got this from a page called Secrets True Crime Podcast, which I don't know if this is Alabama-based. I think it might be. They got a lot of followers. They got like 100,000 followers on Facebook, so must be somewhat of a popular podcast. And it's about Blount County Sheriff Mark Moon, who is thought highly of by a lot of people from my neck of the woods. I don't live in Blount County now, but I used to, and a lot of my family's there. And it's talking about messages that were exchanged between the sheriff and a confidential informant that, let's see, allegations have been circulating after a series of messages were published that allegedly document a years-long relationship between the sheriff and a woman who reportedly served as a confidential informant for the sheriff's office. And Mark Moon is obviously married, and he's a pastor. And so if that stuff is true, man, I hate that, because I feel like Mark Moon's a good guy, I've never had any reason to believe otherwise. He's also made many appearances with Chris Hansen. You remember when Chris Hansen was doing the Takedown show in Mullet County? And they were.
Is he still doing that, but on a different?
He's still doing the show.
He is still, yeah.
But they haven't been doing any Blount County ones, because they can only do it for so long before pedos start getting tipped off, and it's harder to get them. But he's still doing that. It's on True Blue, which I think I canceled mine because I found out that they're posting the episodes on YouTube as well. And I'm like, why am I paying for the streaming service to watch this one show if y'all are just going to turn around and post them on YouTube, and I could watch them there for free? So I don't pay for True Blue anymore, but it is a good show. It's basically How to Catch a Predator, just new episodes. So I'm not going to go into the details of that because I don't know anything about it, but I was shocked to see it, and I hope the allegations aren't true. But there was some beef, I remember, back in I think it was a couple years ago, between Pamela Casey and Mark Moon. Now, if you recall, Pamela Casey was running for Attorney General of Alabama, and she was up here at the station, I think, at one point on the morning show, and the beef was over a particular prisoner that was allegedly getting special treatment by the sheriff. And what these allegations are alleging is that possibly, from what I'm reading, and this is in no way, shape, or form saying he's guilty of any of this stuff, because I'm literally saw it 5 minutes ago, saying that the preferential treatment may have been given to this individual because this individual knew about this years-long relationship. And in order to keep that individual quiet on that front, he gave him special treatment. The guy was in jail for like methamphetamine trafficking or something like that. I'll look into it. It would be quite the scandal, but unfortunately, we see this kind of stuff far too often. Not just people in power, but we also see, scandals in churches with leadership or with pastors, and it's so sad to see people in those roles of leadership be, they're first of all, they're imperfect people, as we all are, but to see that from a pastor is just extra disheartening, I guess you would say, because it's just don't put all your trust and your faith in the church, I think, is the moral of the story, or a pastor. And remember that it's about you and your relationship. Not that church isn't important. I think church is a great thing for your walk and for your journey and your relationship with Jesus Christ. But if you just make it about church, if church is the thing, then you're not doing it right.
Yeah, you're gonna be let down. You hit it right on the head.
You're gonna be let down, cuz. All right, let's keep it going. I do want to talk about that minor league baseball thing that's got to do with Pride Month. I'll get to that in a moment. First, let's go Ricky Lee and McCalla. Ricky, what's up?
Hey now.
Hey now.
I don't think he converted Angry Terry.
No, I don't think I did.
But you give him a run for his money. I'll give you credit for that.
Yeah, we do a lot of running.
I think Trump knows he's been bamboozled too. We still got Israel up our sleeve. I think he can still take his knee off Israel's neck and just let him go and get the hell out of there. I think Trump's playing the long game. He's smarter than they think he is.
That's for sure.
That's all I got.
All right, Rick. Thank you, buddy. Here's Rick. Yeah, I don't know what to add to that. We have talked a lot. He was talking about Israel, the relationship between Trump and Israel, not the state of Israel, but the government of Israel. And they have not been too nice to Trump. At least a handful of people in Netanyahu's cabinet. And the one thing that they've got to understand is, while yes, most presidents have, bent the knee to the Israeli government in the past for whatever reason, I think, could it be blackmail? Of course, for previous presidents. I think it's probably more political pressure. And then obviously with the help of AIPAC pouring tremendous amounts of money into politicians' campaigns, it has always kept them, friendly with Israel. And by friendly, I mean doing what they tell them to do, whatever's best for Israel. And that's why so many people feel the way they do, and they're skeptical of Trump and Trump's relationship with Israel. But the problem with that is you're just throwing all conventional thinking out the window, and you're comparing Trump to previous presidents. Unless you've lived under a rock, both left and right, Democrat, Republican, independent, socialist, whatever, has to admit, and they know this, and probably would admit this, that Donald Trump is nowhere near like any other president that we've ever had. Not even close. And with that comes a different kind of relationship with Israel. It doesn't matter how much Miriam put into Trump's campaign or how much AIPAC has funded Trump campaigns. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. You're not going to impress Donald Trump with money and political PACs. He's going to do what he thinks he needs to do. So, some people refuse to believe that, but that ain't going to change reality. Your feelings are not going to change what the facts are. Bubba Rumble, what's up, buddy?
Yes, hello, everyone. Before I get into what I want to talk about, I would like to acknowledge that I'm calling you from my property, which was once the home of the ancestral Puebloan people who were then colonized by the Anasazi, who killed them and ate them because they were cannibals. And then the Navajo killed the Anasazi because they didn't want to live next to a bunch of cannibals. And then the Spaniards came and conquered everybody and colonized them and made them grow grapes for their sacramental wine. But it's all my fault because I chose to be born a white honky mofo.
Did you get all that information from Valerie Jarrett, or did you come up with that yourself?
Well, she just, brought it to the surface, and I feel I apologize to humanity for choosing to be born white. I clearly remember when I was in my mom's womb, I was given a little survey to fill out about what color I wanted to be born. I should have at least chose other, but white seemed like it wasn't a color. Boy, was that a mistake. That was a mistake.
You're clear. That's your color is clear.
Clear.
You know what would be amazing is to bring back the ancestors or these tribes, to bring those leaders back today and explain to them how liberals feel guilty for colonizing and living on their land. They would probably laugh in your face because of, as you just explained, all of these people were killing each other over the land. So, this person or this group, this tribe would go and kill this other tribe and take over their land. And then that was literally part of the game. And they're probably like, hey, mad respect for colonizing our land because that's what we were doing before you got here. We were just running around taking over land. But
yeah, like
they don't get that.
To the victor goes the spoils. Kill or be killed. Like if there was a tribe full of libtard Indians back in the day, they wouldn't have lasted very long. I can tell you that.
No, they would have been colonized very quickly.
Quite quickly. And like you're broadcasting on what was once ancient Native American land, so you guys better just give your studio back to whatever tribe was there 500 years ago, and they can turn it into a casino and fireworks emporium.
I wonder if we could do that, if we could find the history of what tribe owned this particular plot of land here in Homewood, and we could start every show by acknowledging that tribe. We'll start not just the show, we'll start every hour acknowledging that tribe.
Every hour, yes, because as it stands right now, you are a colonial occupier, and all of the woes of that area are your fault for not acknowledging the suffering of the natives, And speaking of suffering, too, I also want to acknowledge the significance of this day, Juneteenth, up in here. It is the day that the slaves in Texas finally got freed from their Democrat slave masters because they forgot to tell them that the war was over and they had their freedom, So
that's right.
This is recognize that. And Democrat slave owners were playing dirty pool, and they kept their slaves a little too long. So everybody enjoy your day off and recognize what it's all about,
Yeah, John Bird and I are actually, after the show, we're going to celebrate with some Kool-Aid pineapples.
Mm-hmm. Delicious.
I would make some scissor if I was you.
Yeah, put a little codeine pineapples,
right.
Grape codeine pineapples.
Get your scissor on, and since you brought it up, how can we really blame Roseanne for recognizing the fact that blackish woman, Valerie Jarrett, really does look like that chick from Planet of the Apes?
Yeah, I mean,
she does.
She's just. I mean, what's crazy to me is like she's just so white. Like she looks white. She doesn't even have a tan. Like, how does anybody not know? And even like her facial features. Every group of people and race of people like have some common features. Such as Asian people have the squinty eyes, or Indian people have BO or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's kind of got that thing. And she's got none of those characteristics whatsoever.
No, I'd venture to say that her behind's just as wide as mine and yours is. Want to bet?
Probably.
So anyway, it all boils down to that ceremony at Obama's like Death Star, like space prison looking library was just a bunch of senseless virtue signaling, and libtards are never going to get over seal clapping for him and his commie trader cohorts. Apparently, they're
Yep.
just like they're always going to lift them up as demigods, and they're black enough to be called black, so they get to carry the torch for the black people, even though they're really not black. But hey, it's good enough for most people, so who am I to argue?
That's right.
That
All
ain't
right.
nothing but that ain't going to be nothing but a communist training facility. That's all that is. It's going to be turning out like just hordes of young Obamas that want to change the world with their community organizer skills.
Yeah, I've actually got a lot to say about that, which I'll get into next hour. Bubba, I appreciate it, cousin.
Happy weekend, Hey Now Nation. Hi now.
Hi now.
Hello.
Yeah, Obama was a commie. I'll get into all that and more on this edition of The Line.
Precious Love by James Morrison goes out to lovebirds Angie and Brent. Enjoy your life together on Talk 99.5.
It's a good jam. I can get behind it.
Yeah.
Love, love, love.
Sing it, brother.
I got Joe in Birmingham. Joe, what's up?
What's going on, buddy?
Hey, man.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
If Trump's not affected by money, then how do you explain over 3,500 in stock trading this year?
3,500.
Yeah, he's traded over 3,500 times.
Donald Trump is actively trading stocks? Or are you saying the
think
Trump organization?
Okay, here we go. Bootlicker.
What just happened?
TDS again.
I asked the guy a question and he hung up.
So typical. I mean, it's just so typical. Don't they realize they're making themselves look like dumbasses?
I mean, the guy, he literally ran the moment I asked a question. That was weird. Okay. Well, have a good day, Joe. Good to talk to you. If you'd like to get in and not run away when I ask you a question, call us 205-545-9950. That's 545-9950. Bring it on in, baby. I want to let me get Richard the cop first, and then I'll get over this baseball stuff. Richard, what's up, bub?
I'm about 2.5 hours from South Carolina, my brother.
Nice. Hauling bodies?
Broke down Greyhound bus this morning on I-22, and I picked up a couple and take them out here.
Nice. That's a good. You know, I had one. The furthest one I had was, I think, to Clemson. I think I took somebody to Clemson, which was about 4 hours one way.
Well, I've been on the road 5.5 hours because they were my first and only trip today.
I always enjoyed those because you could have really good conversations with those people and like get to know them, you know, and you almost feel like, you know, you get to the end of the trip and it's like, oh, dude, look me up on social media. I'd love to, you know, keep up with you or whatever. Because you feel like you've made a friend, unless, of course, it's some weirdo. But I'm assuming those people were normal.
This one was, when they left the Greyhound in Memphis, they had one bus break down just outside Jasper. And then the second bus they sent to pick them up after 2 hours broke down in 15 miles.
Jeez, come on, Greyhound. What are y'all doing?
So when I pulled up, there was a group of people outside the bus, and they got in the car, and everybody was just kind of looking at me like, damn it.
Wow.
And so I'm going to run up here and drop them off, stop, gas up, get a little bit of something to eat, and I'm going to deadhead back.
There you go. Well, tell them we said, hey now. Hey now, hey now.
Okay. They listen to you, my brother. Yeah, have a good day.
Hey, tell them to download the app and keep listening to us in South Crackalacky.
All right, have a good day.
All right, see ya. Maybe we just picked up some South Crackalacky listeners.
There you go.
That'd be good. Download that app, baby. You can watch us on YouTube from there, listen to us live, catch all the podcasts, anything you want. Talk 99.5 app, Apple, or Android, baby. Hour number 3 next.